Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video we're going to talk about our dividends that we're going to get paid out on Friday, as well as how we have collected $650 so far this week. So first, let's jump over to our Excel file so we can see all the dividends we're going to collect on Friday. Okay, it's ex-dividend day, as I said, so ULTY, YMAX, they pay every week, and MRNY, they pay once a month. So, I have 1,000 shares of ULTY. They announced a dividend of 9 cents. I'm going to get $97 on Friday for the payout. YMAX, I have 518 shares. They announced a dividend payout of 18 cents a share. I'm going to get $96 for that payout. And MRNY, I have 461 shares, and they announced a payout of 12 cents, giving me a $56 payout. All in all, we will collect $250 on Friday in dividends. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If we jump over to our sheet, our track for the week, we have collected $616 so far. Most of it is from selling options. We sell puts, which means we agree to buy a stock for a predetermined price, and we sell covered calls, which means that we agree to sell a stock for a predetermined price. In both situations, we collect a credit for doing so. We also roll our positions, which means we are changing our expiration dates that we originally opened the contracts with to a farther out time. For example, if we set an expiration date for May 2nd, we roll the position to June 2nd. When we do that, we collect a credit. So the two that I want to call out are Wolf, W-O-L-F. They file their, well, they haven't yet, but they announced they're going to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. For those that are new to the business world, Chapter 11 is a business bankruptcy, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to close their doors. Things could change, things could happen. Obviously, the share price dropped. We agreed to buy Wolf for $2 and $2.50. Those were my contracts I have open on them. I collected a nice credit from opening those positions originally, and I rolled those positions today, collecting another $20 and $46 from doing so. So I will keep rolling those positions until they go out of business, or if they don't, they turn around. We'll just keep collecting credits along the way. So don't stress if you have Wolf in your portfolio. Always remember, my only tool and only advice in investing is never sell a put on a stock you're not okay with owning. I'm okay with owning Wolf. I don't think it's the end of the line for them. I think they will bounce back. I think they have a lot of opportunities in the pipeline. They just got to figure out ways to manage their debt. So in the meantime, until anything's for certain, we will continuously invest and roll options that we have out there. So by the time they actually do go under, if they do, we'll have made all our money back and then some. I've actually worked for a couple different companies that have, not a couple, but one company that filed bankruptcy about 5 or 6 times. So, and that was over a couple year span. So I never really stress it when I see that. Cheap stock, cheap premiums, but I still think I like the opportunity for the company. I think it's going to come back up. But let's look at our running total for the week. Like I said, $616 we've collected. We've hit our weekly goal of $550. Let's jump back over to our Robinhood account. Okay, we're back in our Robinhood history here. You see the account's at 53K, not bad. Even with a down day today, let's look at the S&P 500. How did that do today? I bet it traded relatively flat. Oh, no. Opened at 590, closed about 582, so it had quite a bit of a drop. Based on how far it dropped, I guess I thought my portfolio would have dropped farther, but advantage of selling puts, we don't really own that much. The stock I'm hoping would come down is WULF. I have 4 contracts open saying I agree to sell it for $2.50 a share. Unfortunately, it's trading at $4. So it's just too high for me to try to roll it. I could roll it out to July for the $2.50, and I still wouldn't be able to collect a credit. I roll it to January of 26, I would break even essentially. So unfortunately, this covered call is going to get called away. That's when you agree to sell a stock for a predetermined price. It's going to get called away for that $2.50 a share. So that's unfortunate, but it's okay. We sold a put on run at the $6.50. It's currently trading at $10.65, so it's not going to come back down to there. And then we have 2 contracts on APLD for $3.50. It's back at $6.77. If I would try to roll this at the $3.50, yeah, I can't. There's no volume on any of these timelines, so unfortunately, we're not going to be able to roll that position. But that's okay. We made good money on it. It'll get some cash back in the account. As you can see, we do have a ton of buying power. We've already hit our 550 goal, so I don't know if I'll sell any more options this week. I probably shouldn't because I've hit my goal, and I always preach that once you hit it, don't overtrade, don't go past it. The only reason I would is if we have 2 down days in a row, and on Friday afternoon I could find a cheapie for a nice little premium. But we'll see. Like I said, the account continues to grow. We are collecting credits, rolling positions, and growing the account one step at a time. And I'm enjoying the progress, enjoying growing with everyone. Keep leaving comments, keep asking questions. I do appreciate it a lot. And I'll see you in the next one.